originally. So Kai's parents were like one of my first clients, like 2006. Okay, and we had met. You translated,
Yep.
right? And so I guess from there, we stayed in touch.
Yep.
Right. And what do you want to add from like back then? Like, what were some of your thoughts when you first maybe seen the company and different things like that?
At that time, I think the office was back in Shadow Mountains on the 61st Memorial,
Oh,
right?
yeah, you
Before
came
this,
there.
yeah.
Mhm.
So at that time, I didn't know nothing about life insurance. My dad needed help, so I was translating.
Mhm.
And then Brand was like, "Hey, I want you to work with me." I was like, "What are you talking about? I'm in high school, like high school junior. I don't know nothing about money, like no knowledge about anything at all."
Right.
But yeah, he is consistently, talking to me, texting me, hey, when are you ready to work with me? This is what you will make, or this is, you will make a big difference in your community.
Yeah.
I mean, he saw a big picture, but I did not. At the time, I was too young, right? Because right now, we have like 8,000 of Burmese community in Tulsa now. Not even in Tulsa, even in the whole United States, there are more. So I mean, I didn't see a big picture at that time, but yeah, I thank Brent for everything.
Well, and one thing is that we had so many Burmese clients that were just kind of referred to us over time, and we helped them, but we'd always kind of get to a point where the communication dropped off, and so in 2014 I was like, I've got to recruit somebody in the community, right? And I called you, and I tried to talk him into it, and I was like, well, hey, just at least meet me and let's talk. And we met at Starbucks over at 51st and Harvard. And so I just kind of talked and shared my heart with them. What my goal was for the community was more about education, teaching, helping families, and I thought it would be a good opportunity, for you, right? But he was just so busy, right? And a few days later, I think you sent me a number, right? And so we ended up bringing in a person. Andrew Nunn came from that, and so over the years, we served a lot of families, through that process. But I just kind of kept saying on Kai. And I said, man, if you ever come back into the business, you have a whole team here, right? And so, you want to add?
I didn't expect that, I would see Burmese community or working here already. There are some other people that are already working here. So yeah, like because of Brent, consistent, persistent, talking to me and teaching me about Primerica. And then that's why at that time I was in college already, ORU. So I mean I was like I was full time working part time. I mean, too busy, too much, and helping community with whatever that they need. So yeah, so that was a good opportunity that I could refer someone to Brand. And then at that time, I took on his job. So took on
2018.
Yeah.
So the first time we did his application was in 2018, and then a year later, because he never did anything, right? Because I was like, here's how to study, get a license, and he was like, I'm still too busy. So 2019, we did his new application, right? And I think it was months after that, but we really kind of, okay, I'll do an appointment, right? And we went out with the family, and then it started to progress, and then it was like, okay, I probably should get my license, right? And so you got licensed 22 months ago, which is crazy. Right,
that
22
was
months ago. You probably didn't think he was going to be an RVP, right? Or
no, actually, RVP was not my goal at all. Because regional leader is my last. Because to get to RVP is you have to get security license. Like you have a lot of qualification that I won't meet at all. So I'm like, no, just regional leader is good.
So
I didn't expect that RVP would, I would get that.
Kind of doubted it a little bit.
True.
And also too, I don't know that was his outlook at the time. It was more just, hey, I just want to help families, and that's just kind of my goal. But I think the bigger picture was, hey, if we can build you a team, think of how more families we can help, right? And so 22 months ago, got licensed, went RVP. 11 months ago, and 11 months, right, has crossed this huge milestone, right? Isn't that amazing? So it's all Kai. We find people. I just kind of found it, right, and said, hey, here's how to do it. Did some appointments with you, right, and then let him go.
Well, nothing about me, all about leaders, right? Because of the leaders, I could do my best because he relay all the educations and knowledge that I could, share to my team, my new agents, to my people. And, I thank social media too, because nowadays social media, everybody listening and people know people and people refer people. So, that's how I get, clients and, people trusted me, So they know about Primerica. So because of the leaders too.
And we did field training for what, like a year?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
that was a year.
solid year and a half probably in the field, him and I together. So don't lead people too quick, right? But there was a phase where it was kind of like, here you go.
Yeah, there are times I want to give up, because it's too hard, right? I mean, sometimes Bridget said 2 families per month. Sometimes it wasn't that easy. But when you do it consistently and persistent, I also have to follow up a lot. And I would say yesterday and today is my free day. I didn't work, because I passed 100K. So I'm like, I'm a little relieved. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is like working hard, consistent and persistent, and following up. That's a really great key. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.